they be shining, keep blinded. Ain't met a
It's week 1 of the National Football League, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Packers and the Lions under the lights on Thursday night.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They go play action here on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
2nd and 14. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Well, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll take this to the 46. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you? don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have taken the lead.
All year from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to trap him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Knight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 37 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football for the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Second and 13. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Let's go. Now a second and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On second down, here's Gibbs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw now on the final play.
Well, it's brought in by Knight.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen, and it'll set up a third down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
They go play action here on 1st down. Goes from the right side here, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Lions will take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now a dump off here complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now 2nd and 3.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Lions offense set to take over. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
He'll keep it himself.
Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he will have a Lions 1st down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches would have a reliance. They breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my